On the gadget, please, on the black gadget, on the new system. Yes, thank you. You have the floor.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I rise to present a petition to this Honourable House on behalf of climate civil society organizations, frontline communities, and over 800 youth and citizens represented by the Clean City Project and its partners. This petition reflects the urgent realities facing our people: recurring floods, repeated displacement, and communities struggling to rebuild year after year. It is a call for climate justice, accountability, and decisive national action. On the petition, they have highlighted a number of things that needs to be considered. Number one, allocate at least 30% to 35% of the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, to environment and natural resource management, disaster risk management, and clean energy solutions. Ensure all key sectors allocate adequate budgets to climate resilient investments. Fully operationalize Section 49 of Disaster Risk Management Act, the National Disaster Risk Reduction Trust Fund, as established by the Disaster Risk Management Act 2023. Enforce Section 32 to 35 of Disaster Risk Management Act by designating high-risk areas and implementing protection and relocation measures, and facilitate smooth and dignified relocation of affected people. Provide adequate financing and operational support to the Malawi Environment Protection Authority MEPA to support environmental compliance and governance. Establish and operationalize the Environment Tribunal as established under the Environment Management Act 2017. Ensure an operational National Climate Change Fund, Malawi Green Climate Fund, ensuring at least 70% of resources support community-led interventions, at least 60% support youth and women-led initiatives and innovations, but also to guarantee full transparency in carbon trading agreements and community benefit sharing by mandating the public disclosure of all signed agreements in the national media. Implement a national environmental awareness program. Prioritize waste management financing across all municipalities and formally recognize the national waste management crisis. Guarantee full support for all strict enforcement of Executive Order Number 2 of 2026, issued by President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, mandating the provision and sustained maintenance of sanitation and hygiene facilities in all public spaces, workplaces, and schools nationwide. Ensure full protection and support for frontline forestry workers who face harassment, attacks, or killings while safeguarding forests and natural resources. Fully implement the ban on thin plastics and guarantee compliance by all government projects, private sector actors, and other stakeholders, and revise the 2015 plastics regulations. Provide comprehensive support for people still residing in disaster or displacement camps, including food, shelter, water, health care, and essential services. Remove injunctions obtained by companies contracted by the Department of Forestry that prevent the government from raising forestry fees. Ensure that all revenue from forest resources benefits the nation and local communities. Review all forestry concessions and agreements to ensure they serve the interest of Malawi and surrounding communities, including environmental protection and equitable economic benefit. Hold accountable all individuals involved in corruption or corrupt activities within the forest sector, including immediate dismissal and prosecution where appropriate. Establish proper tracking and accountability mechanisms for all domestic and donor-funded environmental and disaster management interventions. Stop illegal mining activities in ecological sensitive areas, including heritage sites such as Mulanje Mountain, and enforce sustainable mining practices. Prohibit environmentally destructive gold planning activities, rehabilitate degraded lands, and promote structured, sustainable mining ventures through cooperatives, artisanal miners, and responsible investors. Adopt environmentally sustainable practices within Parliament, including reducing the use of single-use plastic bottles and installing water dispensers throughout the Parliament chambers. The government of Malawi, including Parliament, parastatals, ministries, and departments, should adopt a phased approach to transitioning to electric vehicles, promoting sustainable and low-emission transport and across public institutions. I therefore propose, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, that the petition be referred to the Committee on Natural Resources, Energy, Climate Change for further scrutiny. I submit, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Would you please say, I move, I therefore beg to move.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I move the motion, the petition. It should move.
Honourable Member, read the whole motion. I therefore beg to move that the...
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I therefore beg to move that this petition be referred to the Committee on Natural Resources, Energy and Climate Change for further scrutiny.
Thank you. Honourable Members, we have a motion on the floor. The motion is to allow the petition be referred to the Committee of Natural Resources and Climate Change. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried.